once again sat on my bedroom floor. It is 12:30 and I have not read a single page yet today because I just did not want to get out of bed. I woke up way too tired and I was like, I want to read early in the morning, so I woke up. My dog was barking at the front door at 7:30 this morning and woke me up. And I was like, well, I've got like half an hour until my alarm goes off to get me up. Usually I try to get up at 8 most days. It never works out. But then I remembered that this is the book that I'm reading, and it's just, I love it. I'm 8 pages in and I'm absolutely loving it, but the language is far too dense to read first thing in the morning. Obviously it's a classic, it's 19th century? Yeah, 19th century. So, yeah, the language is really dense and it would just not drill into my brain at 7:30 in the morning, and then I end up falling asleep again until 10. But I made myself some tea. I've now finished my cup of tea, but we've got our Hogwarts mug, we've had 2015 Tumblr mustache mug, we've had Doctor Who, and we've now got Harry Potter. Because I still like Harry Potter. Sue me. Sue me. I still like Harry Potter. And before people say if anyone tries to tell me that I'm transphobic for liking Harry Potter, I'm trans. So, yeah. I still like Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling's a bitch, but Harry Potter is my lifeblood. Anyway. But yes, we've got my super cool Hogwarts mug that I love so very much. And my outfit, we are trying to match the book still. This was a hard one to do, but we're going with the colours. So we've got like these peacock feather kind of designs are black, so we've got the black t-shirt and we've got black jeans on as well. This is kind of like a purpley grey that I thought vaguely resembled this purple. And then we've got this. We're really trying. I really tried to match my book this time. Because I want to try and match my outfits to whatever book I'm currently reading at that moment. I wear black, white, and I have one yellow t-shirt. That's it. That's all I've got. But yeah, I tried. I really tried. But yes, I'm going to actually start reading some more. My YouTube video is exporting currently. So I'm going to make myself some dinner and read a bit more while that's happening, and then I'm going to start uploading it. You're wondering how my graph on the site is, that's my username, by the way. But I was actually really impressed with this, because I didn't realise how many pages I'd actually read. But because I was on page 110 when Monday ended, for the Secrets for the Mad, I then finished the book, so I didn't count the pages, I just finished the book and then took away 110 from the total page number. And apparently I'd read 146 pages yesterday, which is really, really good for me. For some people they can read that in like an hour, but like, that's good for me. So I finished one book, I've read 256 pages in total. Oh yeah, and I also added in the 8 pages that I read of The Picture of Dorian Gray before yesterday started. I haven't added to this yet. I tried to like add them at the end of the day, but this is how my graph's looking so far, and I'm very, very proud of myself for this gap here, because I thought I'd done a really, really bad job of reading yesterday. Stuff going on yesterday. My brother-in-law and my sister had gone away for a while, so we were looking after their dog, and then they came back. They'd gone away for the night. We were looking after their dog. They'd come back yesterday, so I was talking to them. We had a new oven fitted, so it was hard for me to concentrate because I was talking and like drilling noises and stuff. Whole bunch of stuff going on, but I'm still really, really proud of myself that I actually did manage to finish that book and read 146 pages in a day, which is a lot for me, because if you didn't know, I am dyslexic, so reading is hard for me in general. I really struggle with reading. I love it, obviously, but it takes me a lot of effort, and it's hard. But we try. We really try, and I'm very, very proud of myself for that 256 pages in 2 days. But I need to do some more reading now, so I'm going to do that. So you know a couple of seconds ago when I was saying that I was doing a really good job with all this reading and like I'm doing so well, like I'm so surprised at how well I'm doing at reading. I've read 7 pages today. I read a bit before I had my dinner. I just got distracted scrolling through the Instagram tag for the photo challenge today because it's with pets and books and it's like my favorite thing. So I was just scrolling through the tag. I got a really, really good picture of my baby boy Cujo, my dog. I really, really wish I had a copy of Cujo. I talked to my mum, because if we do, it's probably my mum's, because my mum loves Stephen King. And she said that we might do, but it's probably in the attic, so I'm not going up to the attic to get it. So I took a picture of him with this, because it's my current read, but I would have loved to get a picture of him with a copy of Cujo, because Cujo is his name. The picture is on my Instagram, which will be linked in the description. If you want to go look at that. But yeah, and I've just been scrolling through other people's other people's pictures, and I haven't read it yet. I haven't really read a lot yet today. I finished 1 chapter of this. I am 1 chapter in, and I'm tabbing it as I go. The tabs aren't really all that special. I'm not an academic. I just like the idea of putting down my thoughts about books. I'm not going to go into what all the colours and stuff mean because they don't really mean a whole lot. I write little notes on them, just like what I'm thinking at certain points. I mark quotes that I like. I'm not a very interesting person when it comes to annotating stuff. I just I do it because I find it fun. And I like to have a record of what I thought about a book when I first read it without having to actually write in the book, because that's too permanent, because these, I can take these out. But yes, I'm going to actually knuckle down and read some more because I'm really, really enjoying this. I read 1 chapter and it's so good. It's literally just been the whole first chapter. This is just essentially a guy ranting to his friend about how in love with another man he is. Which, my gay ass is loving. Okay, so I lied. Immediately after I made that video, my mum said that tea was ready. So, because my mum had made a whole tea. So I ate that, I made this, and now it's 7 o'clock. I've still barely read a word. I read literally 7 pages today. But now I'm going to read until I pass out. So this vlog is gonna be real boring, but you know, we can't all have a great reading week the entire week. We all have bad reading days, and this is also my first ever reading rush, so cut me some slack. distracted today when it comes to reading, and although I am loving this book, I am loving every single second of it, I just am not vibing with the act of reading today. It's not even like I've been doing anything other than reading. I've just been like scrolling through TikTok or staring, or like I've been like talking to my family and stuff, and like playing with my dog, because you know the photo challenge for today was to take a picture with your dog, so I spent like half an hour trying to get my dog to sit still long enough. Trying to get my dog to sit still long enough. I could have done the photo challenge with my cat, because it was photo with your pet, but it had to be my dog because my dog's named after a book. His name is Cujo. It was too perfect. I mean, unfortunately, I don't own a copy of Cujo, or I would have taken a photo of him with a copy of Cujo. So I had to chase him around for half an hour trying to get him to sit still. And then I've just been like scrolling through Instagram and just been really lazy today, honestly. So, yeah. I have read about, 20 pages today. It's 10 o'clock, so I've got like another 2 hours before the day ends, so I might get a bit more read. But I don't know. We all have bad days sometimes, and I guess, you know, it's a Wednesday, it's a midweek day. It's a midweek. It's hump day. This is a bad day, it's not a bad week. This is really, really short though, so I am confident that I can probably finish this tomorrow. If tomorrow's a better reading day. But today's just, you know, you have good reading days, you have bad reading days, everyone gets like that. We'd probably talk about the book a bit. Obviously it's The Picture of Dorian Gray. Everyone knows the plot of The Picture of Dorian Gray. But I am in love with this book. I am only like 2 chapters in, not even that, I'm like 1.5 chapters in. And it's just so good. Like, if you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about, but Lord Henry talks so much. And usually I hate characters where their dialogue is like an entire page. But I love it in this. Because the writing is absolutely beautiful. I'm not a very academic person. Like I'm dyslexic. I've said this before in this video. I'm dyslexic. I'm not very good at like picking up intricate details in things. I'm not very good at picking up like intricate details in things and like finding hidden meanings. So it's all very surface level. But, you know, not every book needs to be analysed. I think that the tabs look pretty. For my copy of The Perks of Being a Wallflower, it's just sentences that I like. This is just sentences and passages I like that I've tabbed in here. But yeah, I'm loving this. Dorian is so dramatic, and it's so much fun. Like, he's just so dramatic, and Basil, it feels weird calling him Basil, but that's his name. It feels like it's wrong. But I googled it to make sure I was saying it right, and it's just Basil. It's just Basil. It feels wrong that there's a character in this book called Basil, but there is, so you know. Basil's very clingy, he's very possessive, and that's interesting. I have a feeling that that's gonna go bad places. I'm not gonna spoil anything of this in these logs, but I'm only 2 chapters in, so I don't have any spoilers anyway. All I have is, like, Henry talks a lot. Dorian is dramatic as hell. And it's very fun. I love me a drama queen. And Basil is really clingy. And I can only imagine that Basil being clingy and the way that Henry is talking to Dorian right now can only lead bad places. I can only assume that bad things are going to happen. I don't know why, I just get that vibe. Anyway, I should probably get back to trying to read. So I'm on my floor again. I spend a lot of time on my floor. And it's 10:30 and I am going to try and settle down to bed and see if I can get a bit more reading done. Maybe at least read up to chapter 4 at least before I go to sleep and before the day ends. But yeah, so I'm going to hit the book memory challenge again today, because I matched my outfit to my book. Tried to, at least. And I made 2 beverages and filmed myself making them, so there you go. So, it's time for a memory. This memory is on from a bit later in my life. I was 15 and I was on work experience. Now, if you don't know what work experience is, I don't know if other countries have work experience. Essentially, it is you get to experience work. So at my school, you got to pick where you wanted to work, and you had to do an interview, but no matter how you did in the interview, you got the job because you had to go somewhere, and you would work for 2 weeks in a place. I worked in a local supermarket, and I did not like it. It was not fun. But during this time, I was reading All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. It's one of my all-time favourite books. I love it. The Netflix movie is terrible. Don't watch it. But I was reading this book, and I love this book. But I was reading it on my lunch break on one of these days, and I was already not having the best day. I wasn't having a very good time during my work experience. I just hated the job that I was doing, really. But I was reading this book, and this book gets very sad. And if you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. I got to the very, very sad part of All the Bright Places. And so, I was 15 years old, in my first week of work experience, in a place full of grown adults who'd been working there for ages, on my lunch break, sat in the staff room crying over a book. And then people came in and I had to hide in the bathroom until I stopped looking like I'd been crying, and then I had to go back out and finish my day of work. And then I went home and finished the book and cried some more. But yeah, so that's an embarrassing book memory. I don't go in that shop very often anymore. It's been like 5 years, and I still feel weird going in there because I'm like, someone's gonna recognise me. Someone's gonna know who I am. I doubt anyone who worked there at the time still works there, but still. Just imagine 15-year-old me crying in the staff room into like a bowl of pasta whilst reading a book when I'm meant to be experiencing work for the first time. That's an awkward book memory that I've got. But yeah, so that's the end of this vlog. Sorry it's not great. Sorry I didn't get a lot of reading done. But hey, like I said before, we all have bad days. We all have good days. Yesterday was a good reading day. Today it's a bad reading day. It happens. But yeah, I'm going to bed, so good night.